Good morning, my darlings. Excuse my croaky early morning voice. Good morning from my baby. I show you this view quite often because it's so beautiful when the sunlight creeps around the corner, but today it's looking extra special because our jasmine has just started to flower. How beautiful is this? And it smells incredible. We've got jasmine by the door as well, and it's most scented in the evenings. It really just is such a subtle but beautiful fragrance, and when you come in and out the house you really get a gorgeous waft of it. Hello, Dexy! Did you tell everybody it was your birthday yesterday? 9 years old you are, my little middle-aged sausage. It's Saturday morning. I'm going to head to an 11 AM very leisurely reformer Pilates later. But first, I have got a lot of watering to do. So let's get cracking. A proper good morning to you, my darlings. Already such a productive morning. I have watered and kind of cleaned the greenhouse, done a little bit of deadheading. And I've written a list of the seeds that I want to sow today. Now that we are in July, it's tempting to just focus on what's outside, what's growing, because there's so much. But then if it comes to August, you'll realise, or end of July, you realise that actually you've finished some of the veg in your beds and you're left with all these gaps, and what have you got to fill it with? The things that you plant right now. So I need to do some seed sowing later today, but heading to Pilates shortly. It's been nice having a bit of a morning before going to Pilates. I don't normally go on Saturday, but here we go. And before I head there, I'm going to do my morning skincare routine. Now this is exceptionally exciting. I'm so thrilled to announce, you may have spotted it on my Instagram already, that I have partnered with 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, who I adore, absolutely love, British brand, founded on the inspiration that Eve took from her grandmother's garden. So it's a brand and just the most incredible ingredients, the most sensorial, gorgeous experience using the products, and they just leave your skin glowing. So I couldn't think of a brand that I'm more excited to collaborate with on what we're calling the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 Essentials Skincare Set, or bundle I should say. This bundle, 4 of my favourite products from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, which I'm sure you'll all be able to guess. And this bundle will save you 25% as opposed to if you were to buy the products separately. So a really fantastic opportunity to treat yourself to some really luxurious skincare and my personal favourites. So I'll talk you through the products as I apply them. Obviously have to include their cleansing balm, the original and the best always. If you've not experienced the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 cleansing balm, it is a full sensorial experience. I like to pop some in the palm of my hands. To be honest with you, this is normally part of my evening skincare routine, but on the weekends when maybe I have a little bit more time, then oh my gosh, even just having it in my hands here, it's just, there's something about the aromas of 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 products that they feel incredibly natural. Just in my mind, even if I'm doing this in a city, it will take me back to the garden. There's a real beautiful like chamomile scent here. So I like to start by inhaling it. Yesterday morning I did some breath work in the infrared sauna before going to Pilates. I might actually do that again today, I've got time. And how lovely to have, you could actually use this as a breathing balm, it smells that good. But I like to really inhale it and just take a moment. We deserve these little moments before applying onto my skin. Now this has got the most gorgeous consistency. Not only does it remove all of your makeup, if you're wearing any. I don't sleep in makeup, so I haven't got any on at the moment, but also any oils, pollution, dirt from the skin. But what I love about it the most is that as well as cleaning the skin, it's deeply, deeply nourishing. It's full of the most incredible natural oils, essential oils, all inspired by the garden, which I think is why I just have this real connection with the brand. You can do gorgeous facial massage with this if you ever have the opportunity to go for a facial with 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. Oh my gosh, just pure heaven. So I like to really focus on the lymph node areas, activate the lymph nodes. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time doing this. You've got lymph nodes around the nose, and I'm also just pressing those incredible ingredients into my skin. And then you can either just use water or the Eve Lom cleansing cloth, which I would recommend because then you also get a light exfoliation. I would just leave this on my skin. You know, it's so balmy and nourishing. You could leave it on like a mask. But the Eve Lom muslin face cloths, they're a really, really good size. And the consistency of them just gives you a really gentle exfoliation while you remove your cleanser. Okay, this next product I'm going to apply this morning is not part of my bundle, but it's something that I absolutely adore from Eve Lom and I use every morning. It's their Time Retreat Radiance Essence. If you are looking to really amp up the hydration levels in your skin and maybe anti-aging is a focus, then this is pure heaven. It's not in my bundle, however, I do have my always on discount code with Eve Lom at 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. This won't apply to the bundle, I'm afraid, because the bundle is already 25% discounted from the retail price. But if you want to add the essence to your skincare routine, which I just love, so hydrating, literally it's like flooding the skin with moisture, and hydrated skin responds better to everything else you apply on it, and hydrated skin is ultimately skin that is going to be more protected against the signs of aging, because if you think about it, dehydrated skin, it goes crappy, which can cause the wrinkles and damage to the skin. So keep your skin hydrated. I love this, I use it every morning. Okie dokie, so back to the bundle. As it's my morning skincare routine, I don't need to double cleanse, but when I get back from Pilates, I will cleanse my skin again in the shower, and I often use this as my second cleanse in the evening. This is the foaming cream cleanser from Eve Lom. Some people love it's almost, I was going to say placebo, but not really, but the idea of a slightly more foaming cleanser, because you really feel like you're getting a super deep cleanse, and yet you've still got the lovely nourishing hydrating ingredients of the Eve Lom range. So this is a gorgeous alternative cleanser or additional cleanser to the cream cleanser. As I said, I keep mine in the shower. It's fantastic for using on wet skin. You get even more of a lather. So I won't be doing this now because I don't double cleanse in the mornings, but I will pop a beautiful video on the screen here that we shot for my Instagram announcement, where you can see the lovely texture of this. It's not an OTT foam because there's not these crazy artificial ingredients in it that are, you know, getting like an OTT lather. It's a very soft lather, but it really just gets deep into the skin, pulls out any dirt, super deep cleanse. So this is absolutely gorgeous. Next, as part of my morning skincare routine and my evening skincare routine, I don't do this every single morning, but I do this every evening. This is something that I've spoken about so much, the Eve Lom Renewal Treatment Oil. Packaging divine, fragrance heavenly. I take about half a droplet, pop that into the palm of my hand, and again for me, Eve Lom, it's all about the ritual of just enjoying the incredible aromas. Heaven, absolute heaven. So I'm going to pop this on my face. The ingredients in this are incredibly calming, soothing, and they also are targeting any areas of hyperpigmentation. So especially in the summer months, aggravators like aircon and then being outside in the warm, it's very drying out there. Pollution wise, obviously around here we've got like farmers pollution, in the city you've got that, and all of these things can really cause pigmentation in the skin, as well as obviously the sun. So we want to do what we can to nourish the skin and help to repair that. And this oil does exactly that, and at the same time just adding instant radiance to the skin. I'm a huge lover of oils, and what I like to do in the mornings is use my gua sha stone or gua sha massage tool. I don't know if you can still get this one, but this is a collaboration that Eve Lom did with Angela Caglia. I got this a couple of years ago. It's my biggest gua sha stone, and it's got this little ribbed edge as well. But you can, I'll leave another one down below if this is sold out. And because the oil just creates the perfect amount of slip on my skin, it's perfect for doing just a couple of minutes morning massage. So when I had the cleanser on, I activated my lymph nodes. So now we're just doing a little bit of lymphatic drainage. You don't need to worry about getting the routine too perfect. Some mornings I watch a video and I follow a proper routine. Some mornings I just do what feels good. So I'm just kind of moving the stone away from the center of my face towards my ears, and then at the end you want to rub it down. So if you pop a bit of oil on your neck, that really helps. So up and drain it down. This feels so good, and if you do it for 5 minutes, you really notice lift and definition on your face. One of my friends has started doing this every day, and she used to be really self-conscious that she didn't have a jawline. Obviously she did, but she wanted it to be more pronounced, and she was doing this, so using that corner, she was doing this movement every day, and now I noticed it, and she said it, she is so chiseled from using a lovely massage oil and a gua sha stone. It also just feels really good. So you can do it on the lower half of your face. I find that it's here that I need to do. This is where I get puffy, and around the eye area. And you're just pressing in this gorgeous oil into the skin. So if you want to improve your skin tone and texture, this is also a fantastic product for that. Not only are you getting that hydration, which helps your skin to glow, but this oil has got ceramides in the formula, which is fantastic for skin textures. So over time you're firming, you're perfecting, and in the short term you get that beautiful radiance. I'm using the gua sha stone on my lips as well. This is really, really good to do as often as you can for those little lines. I would say this oil, especially at this time of year, is fantastic for long-term hydration. I would say up to 12 hours mega hydration for the skin, which of course leaves it glowing. And it's a very lightweight oil. Like, I can apply a facial moisturizer or an SPF straight on top of this. It doesn't leave a film on my skin. It's a very lightweight luxury oil. So if you are a fan of skincare oils, or maybe you've been a bit nervous to try them before because you think they're a little bit too thick and heavy, this is a really fantastic one to try. Okay, I will stop using the gua sha stone now because I need to apply my SPF. Whether it's a sunny day or not, every day SPF 50. This is the daily protection, which you guys know I've been using every day for probably over a year. So I had to include this in my Cotswolds Essentials Edit bundle. So I'll apply a few pumps of this onto my skin. This is a fantastic base for makeup. Makeup goes on this so beautifully. You're getting that protection, and you're also getting the skincare benefits, which are going to help to give you that beautiful glow. So you're protected, you're nourished, and you are glowing. So there we go. Those are my absolute favorite top 4 products from Eve Lom, plus a little bit of hydration from the Essence, as part of my Cotswolds Essentials Summer Bundle, which I'm so thrilled is available now. I will of course leave a link to the bundle at the very top of the description box. I would love for you guys to try it out. Let me know how you get along with the products. I know so many of you are already huge Eve Lom fans. From the SPF, the oils, the cleansers, I've never met anyone who's tried Eve Lom and not been like, oh my goodness, it's heavenly, I'm glowing. So if you've needed that little nudge to try out some of the best pieces, then I hope that you will check out the bundle. So there we go, my skin is hydrated, protected, nourished for the day ahead. Now I'm gonna head to Pilates, so let's get this day started. I was just on my way downstairs after doing my skincare routine, and look who I found in a little corner of sunshine. Anyone else who's got a sausage dog will know that they are fully solar powered, just like your mummy. Oh, is there a fly in Dixie's house that needs to be captured? Is there a fly? Also, I can tell that he's been foraging in the garden, in the herbaceous border, because look at this soggy hair. I always think he looks like a very handsome Italian man when his hair goes all dark and curly when it's a bit wet. You're so handsome, my boy. My birthday boy. Oh, you're so warm. Should we go back in the garden? Come on then. Come on then. Okay, I've got time for 5 more minutes in the garden before I head to Pilates. I've bought my pea shoots outside because they were starting to look a bit anemic, going a bit pale, so I've given them a good water and I brought them out here to get in the morning sun. These are the flowers that I did last week. It's always the roses that dye first. The ∞ and the salvia and the catmint still looks really, really good. But I've got so much salvia and catmint in the garden. Yes, I've been doing the laundry. Nothing better than having it outside in the fresh air to dry. So yeah, I'm just gonna empty this out and do another one. You found another patch of sunshine, my gorgeous boy. This is how we're looking so far. I remember now I did this again last year, where the wisteria at the moment is starting to send out these kind of fronds ready to grow up the wall for next year. But we don't need quite so many growth prongs on the wall around the other side, so I've clipped a lot of them off, and they're just such a really lovely kind of whimsical shape. They're really gnarly and twisted, and they add a really nice shape to the display. So I am going to add, I think this display would look lovely with some white roses. I've got the kettle boiling, so I'm going to try to sear them, which is when you dunk the ends in hot water and then cold water, and it should make them last a bit longer, so it'll be interesting to see if that works. So let's go and pick some roses. Well, it's safe to say I am really, really happy with the display this week. I think the creamy, very, very light pink, they're just, well, it looks lighter pink here. This one just tragically fell off. My gosh, smell it. It's just heavenly. This looks so lovely. I love the wildness of the wisteria. Hopefully the roses will last a little bit longer, but I can just pull them out and pop some new ones in when they do finish. Look at it just bobbing away in the morning sunshine. I love, love, love this combination of flowers. I think that if you were to buy this from a florist, it would probably cost you, okay, well, if you were to buy this from Daylesford, it would probably cost you around £250. I'm sure other florists it would be more affordable, but I've done it for free, all using the bounty of our garden. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Home again, and I've got some Daylesford salads for lunch. This is their pea and quinoa and toasted almond, and then a courgette and tomato galette, which I might try and recreate. And then this pastry is a kind of cheesy potato Wellington. It is so delicious. Quite hilarious. Charlie has bought natural chicken broth flavour porter water, wellness for dogs. This is an electrolyte hydration sachet. I think it's got collagen in it. Oh my goodness, and minerals for doggies. Particularly good on a warm day, so I'm going to put some of this, half of this sachet, in each of their bowls. They definitely prefer drinking water. Yeah, look, from this bowl here, the outside one, even though it gets a little bit grubby, they much prefer natural tasting water to the inside bowl, strangely. Let's see if they like it when I add this. Well, the weather forecast says 19 degrees and cloudy. In reality, it feels like 27, 28 degrees and beautiful. I have been busy planting out most of the bits in my little Daylesford salad tray. I've put a few of the spinach down here, given them a good water. Pretty sure this is a kale. I hope it might be a 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 𝑴𝒆, but I'm not 100% sure. And then this lovely frilly lettuce here, which I need to put down a little bit deeper. So these are all in the ground. I think what I'm going to do is plant some radish along here because it's a nice little sunny spot. The courgettes are doing exceptionally well. I'm going to be able to take some of these, even though they're weeny, it's still good to pick them. There's some really good sized ones here for the salads that I'll be making tomorrow, and I can use the courgette flour as well. I think this plant is going to be really productive. This one over here, let's have a look. I don't know if it's actually doing anything yet fruiting wise. Maybe it's a little bit condensed in here. I might take the cover off because I'm not sure if it's getting pollinated. What else I've been doing? Cutting down the dead heads on my roses, which is a full-time job at this time of year. I've planted a couple more tomatoes in this area. This is where my 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 were that got attacked by birds. So this is now a new little tomato patch. Pulled out the radish, which were kind of going over here, and now the carrots have got plenty of space to get big and strong. The beans are going wild up on here, which we like to see. What else have I been doing? Gosh, it's just so roasty. Well, we've got a few new lupins in the wheelbarrow here, which we're going to plant in the herbaceous border. Because, as you know, it was 𝘞𝘮 this year, and lots of lupins sadly didn't make it through, but they are one of my favourites from this time of year all the way through to September, even October. They all flower, especially if you snip them down like I do when they are going a bit over. So for example, over here you can see some of them have gone to seed. This little section here, it's gone to seed already. So if you don't want the plant to put its energy into going to seed and instead to focus on new flowers, then you can just give them a snip. So that's what I'm going to do to the old lupins, and then we'll plant some new ones as well to fill in the gaps from the ones that sadly did not survive. Shara, is this a type of verbena?
Yes, yeah. I don't know what it's called, but it is a type.
It's not the Harry Potter one.
The only issue with verbena is it does spread like weed.
Does it? Well, it's very pretty, so I don't really mind.
No.
So, yeah, this lupin has been attacked by slugs, but it's still doing okay. It's still flowering, but then... Yeah, well, actually, look, this one completely savaged, or ravaged, I should say, but it's still trying very hard, and there is a flower coming through, but there's some definite gaps that we can fill with the new ones. Gosh, everything is going so wild, but my goodness, it's toasty. Let me just show you where Dickens is hiding from the sunshine. This is his favourite spot. Spot my sausage. You okay down there, my Win-Win?
I'm a bit little.
Baby, are you okay? You're covered in shingle and bark. Mummy, I'm not talking to you. I'm too hot for this shizzle. I'm too busy sunbathing in the shed. My darlings, a very bleary-eyed Josie. It's Sunday morning. I'm dressed ready to go to Charlie's mum and dad's, but I have still got soggy hair from the shower. I'm gonna sort out the hair when I get there. It's not even that early. I don't know why I feel so tired this morning. Honestly, I know everyone's saying it, but I think it's hay fever really getting to me this year. I started to feel quite rough at the end of yesterday. I actually ended up doing something that I've never done before. I did nearly an hour long live on TikTok. I was planning on doing 20 minutes, but my phone actually didn't show the time, and I was waiting for the 6 p.m. church bells to go to like signify, okay Joe, so that's long enough, but they didn't go, weirdly. The church bells didn't chime. I think maybe because they'd been doing some manual practice earlier, but I did like an hour long come gardening with me live on TikTok. TikTok is by far my smallest platform, but it's one that I'm just having a lot of fun on. I don't have any rules on there, no scheduled upload times. I'm just uploading fun things. So yeah, it was really nice to just chat to you guys while I potted around doing some seed sowing and planting out some salady bits, and then tidying the greenhouse. Who knew that that's what people like to see on TikTok lives? A lot of people were just saying this is so relaxing to watch, and it was such a nice evening. There's that tickle. Okay, so today we're heading to Charlie's mum and dad's. Once every year or every couple of years, Charlie's dad invites his entire side of the family over for a big family day. Normally we have really lovely weather. I think it's going to brighten up. It's currently a bit grey. but I'm gonna make a salad to take with us. I finished off the rhubarb ice cream last night, so I'll bring that too, but I'm going to do the courgette and broad bean burrata salad that we made at Time. So I need to head into the garden, pick my broad beans, see if there's any 𝑭𝒌, radish as well I could add to it, and courgette, and then I'll prepare the salad when we get to Charlie's mum and dad's house. So let's go and, oh, it's bright but it's cloudy. Get the ingredients. I was watching Gardener's World this morning and Monty was giving his rose clipping tips, so I'll definitely be putting those into action. Right, let's fill up the trug. I also noticed yesterday, very excitingly, that my beetroot are ready to harvest. I multi-sowed them, which means you very lazily just sow a load all together, and you can pull out some of the big ones, just give them a wiggle, and then that will give enough room for the others to grow. Don't know if I really need them today, but they're ready to come out. So yes, the leaves look quite similar to the rainbow chard leaves, so I actually forgot that I had beetroot there. Okay, let's take, we don't have any 𝑭𝒌 there yet. As I mentioned, I had to pull up that 𝑭𝒌. Okay, let's go to the broad beans. Hopefully we've got a good harvest here. It's not the biggest harvest, excuse my pearl chain dangling down, but it'll be very, very delicious. Nice fresh little young veggies. I'm going to take a few handfuls of mint for the salad as well, and maybe some rocket and mustard salad leaves from over here as well. We've made it to Charlie's mum and dad's. I'm going to start putting together the salad. So first of all, salt, sugar, vinegar and oil, and then I'm going to add in my broad beans that I've podded, some chilli, oops, and the mint, which I picked this morning, and it's in the fridge, nice and easy. Result of the broad bean, courgette, fennel and burrata salad. It looks delicious. Can't wait to tuck in. What a feast, my goodness. Yay. Good morning, my darlings. I think that's the first time I've actually spoken out loud today. It's now Monday morning. Yesterday was a lot of fun over in Windsor with Charlie's family. It was a side of the family that we don't see quite as often, so there was a lot of catching up to be done and just a really gorgeous day with everybody. Today, Monday morning, I've got my usual reformer, and then today, can I put you up there? Sorry, it's a beautiful morning. Very quick intro to today because I need to get to Pilates, but today is the day that Chloe and I are hosting our morning here at Bamford. So I mentioned a couple of weeks ago and a lot of you guys have bought tickets, so I'll be meeting a lot of you this morning, but today Chloe and I are hosting our Wellbeing in Nature morning. So Chloe's going to run us through an hour Pilates session, and then I am going to run through a little floral workshop, which is going to be lovely, and we're going to have some really wonderful chats about the importance of movement, how you can make the most out of nature for your well-being and your mental well-being. We're going to walk through the market garden, we're going to do some flower displays. It's going to be a really gorgeous morning, and it's quite full circle for me as well because it's thanks to a floral workshop that I did at Daylesford at the end of lockdown. That's what really got me into flower arranging. I've always loved gardening, but flower arranging was really triggered by the enjoyment that I got from a class here. So to now host, not that I'm going to be teaching how to, well, I guess I kind of am, but you know, from a non-expert point of view, just from a really attainable point of view. But anyway, it's going to be a fun morning. Let's get to reformer, move the body, and then I'll bring you along as much as possible. That was a fantastic start to the day, as always, with Chloe. It was actually a really tough class, and I realised I was on the wrong spring for half of it, so I definitely got a mega arm and shoulder workout. This is what I've got on this morning, Adenola dark green set with a little crossover detail, and I'm having to wear my 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 trainers for Reformer because I don't know if I've even updated you, but I've broken my metatarsal, which is the bone on top of my foot, so I can't bend my foot. So chunky trainers, even during Reformer, are required. This is really pretty. This is a 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 bracelet. And then I think I'll just... Ooh, oh my gosh, I've emptied the pool. Must be giving it a deep clean. But yes, I think I will just pop on a nice linen shirt over the top for my flower arranging. So I've got about an hour until everyone starts to arrive. So I'm gonna head over to the glass house and check that the vases and aprons and scissors are all laid out ready for the masterclass a little bit later. Okay, I have just come over to the space that we call the glass house, and this is where Chloe and I are going to do our little talk and the flower arranging. So I'll show you the lovely setup. Hopefully everyone will be able to squeeze in. So we're out here by the cookery school. Chloe and I will perch up here to give our little chat. And while we do that, everyone will enjoy a nice cup of coffee. And then over here is where we're going to do some lovely flower arranging. So I'm just going to briefly show everyone how to freshen up an old bouquet, how to add in some lovely wildflower, and make the most of an old bouquet. And then everyone's going to set up these lovely little posy glasses. They get to take the sweet little vases home with them. And then they've got a lovely goodie bag with a gorgeous 𝑭𝒂𝒂𝒏 candle. The flowers are arriving. Look at this. We've got some seasonal blooms. Thanks, ladies. Oh my gosh. Okay, we now have flowers. We've got some beautiful sweet peas from the market garden. We've got some beautiful lavender. It smells amazing in here. And then some very vibrant and juicy mint. A few different varieties. I think that's a chocolate peppermint. We've got some chive flowers in there. And then of course we're going to be heading into the market garden ourselves to pick a few blooms. Anyway, my watch is telling the wrong time, but I think it's time to go and meet our guests. Okay, final checks of all the spaces. This is the beautiful bright yoga room here at Bamford, and this is where the morning is going to start. Chloe's going to run us through a beautiful Pilates class, lots of stretching, lots of movement, and then we're going to head out to the market garden. But it's time to go and meet everybody. I can't wait. It's going to be a lovely morning. Done our Pilates, and we've just done some lovely breath work out here in the market garden, and now we're just collecting a few stems to take in to do our posy glasses. Today, as we mentioned, is all about movement and wellness in nature. So we're just going to focus on those two words briefly, movement and nature. Queen of movement, Chloe, what does movement mean to you and why is it so important?
Oh, movement for me is everything, everything. It's like magic. For me, the two most important things, there's lots of actually, there's not two. Firstly, it is so important for us as we grow older to move our bodies and to not be stuck in that seated forward fold, especially with the current lives that we live in, which is very much sitting. We want to move our bodies, so even if it's just walking as much as you can.
Calm, so it's a feeling as well as the physical, what it actually is. And I hope that you've enjoyed experiencing a little bit of that now that we're in a man-made structure, so we're just enjoying touching nature, being surrounded by it and experiencing all the good things that it can do for our mental and physical well-being. And like Chloe said about movement being a form of meditation, I personally find that being outside in nature, if you can resist putting your phone away for a few moments and just focusing on what's around you, that can also be a lovely form of meditation and just helping you to focus on being present in the moment and making the most of it.
And connecting to who we are, because we are nature. That's the thing that we kind of ebb and flow in life with the seasons, and you know, nature is us and we are nature, and in our sort of the current life that we live in, we've come quite far away from nature, so it's just bringing ourselves back to who we really are. I think that's why they go so well together.
Yeah, exactly. We'll take an old bouquet and make it fabulous again. And you can get these probably from Daylesford, but on Amazon, get a box of them for like £20. They're little posy glasses, and these are fantastic for getting the most out of an old bouquet. So maybe while I'm doing this, you guys, because I'll just chat away, can be prepping your flowers that you've just picked. So when we're prepping flowers, let's take something with a little bit of foliage on it to start with. Okay,
If I do that, you're not going to actually see.
Look at this floral perfection. Floral perfection. We've got chives, we've got sweet pea, cosmos, grasses. What would you call this display?
This is the one was called 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅.
Sold. I'll take 12. Beautiful. Everyone has done such different displays. It's so gorgeous. We've got the giant, wild, herbaceous. We've got the neat and the statement. Oh, I love it. Gorgeous. You've got so many colours in there. The oranges, the blues, the alchemilla.
I think everywhere you look is like a different vibe.
Yeah.
If you look in these wild and it's like a landfill.
I love it.
Here it's more like
Beautiful.
here I exist.
And you've got the different layers. You've got the smaller ones. You've got the giant ones coming out.
It's impressive how
Gorgeous.
you can fit
Yeah. And don't let this go to waste.
Yeah.
Oh, it's decapitated. Oh, just like tuck it behind your ear or something.
Oh,
Goes with the outfit. So the class is done. It went so well, didn't it?
Yeah, it was so great. I loved it.
So much fun.
So special. Everyone was really friendly with each other, and yeah, it was great.
We were just saying, let's walk and talk. We were just saying how everyone, no one really knew each other, but by the end of the class, people were chatting. I thought they'd known each other for years, but it's just a great way of
friends,
bringing people
connecting,
together.
Chatting about things that they both love, or they all love.
Absolutely.
Moving and being in nature. It was awesome.
It was so fun. It was 3 or 4 hours, and we got everyone out in the market garden. We did some flower arranging, we did our Pilates. I think you're going to have a lot of new customers to your online classes. Get everybody
and we've all
moving.
got gorgeous blooms to take home with us.
We do. Hopefully they survive the journey. But we're going to grab some lunch and see you when we get home. Okay, my darlings, back home again after our fabulous morning at Daylesford. I think all the attendees had a wonderful time. Everyone went home with their beautiful little posy vases. Mine is looking gloriously colourful. I did this in literally 2 seconds while trying to ensure that everyone else knew what they were doing. But it was really fun going around the market garden and picking some natural bits, and then the floristry team had pulled together some other bits that we had in the room. So everyone's displays looked so gorgeous. I think I showed you some while we were there. And then they all left with a goodie bag with some Bamford products in there. This is the Geranium Pebble soap, which actually isn't something I've tried before, but their geranium scent is such a favourite of mine. So gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Back home again now. I've just done a couple of hours on my laptop. This afternoon I need to do some house chores that we would normally do on a Sunday, so like washing, tidying, bed change, etc, etc. But before I do that, I've got some bits that have arrived from Amazon because they are essentials. So I thought I would just quickly show you. The first thing is something that I have actually been afraid of for quite some time, but my desire to make air fried beetroot crisps has led me to purchase a mandolin. If you've seen Clarkson's farm, when he's trying to make crisps, you'll know why I'm afraid of these. Let's just say, if you're a fan of the tips of your fingers, you need to be very careful. Dexter! Come out, my long friend. Yeah, I'm basically just petrified of taking the tips of my fingers off. But this one comes with a kind of safety device. So I'm just gonna do it at glacial speed, using the safety device, and probably wearing like a mesh glove as well, because I'm quite fond of my fingertips. We'll see. We shall see. So that's like the most fun purchase. You never know what you're gonna get with Amazon, do you? The next thing is a phone case with a neck cord. I used to think that these were very dorky, and then I saw the TikToks of people getting their phones stolen in London, Em has worn one of these for the past goodness knows how long, and she has told me that it's prevented her from having her phone stolen numerous times. I'm actually not too sure how you're meant to tie this up, but also Chloe today, she had one, and she was saying it's great because you can obviously just walk around hands-free. Okay, that was unsuccessful. I need to figure out how to do that. But yeah, it's gonna be a phone strap on a chain, and then you can wear your phone crossbody if you so desire, and then when you're out and about, I think for mums it's really practical as well. Our friend Hannah has one of these, and she's a mum, and she's just always got her phone on her, so when she's out and about, she's got her buggy, she's got babies, she's doing XYZ, her phone is just always there, because we are all surgically attached to our phones, aren't we? So if this stops my phone getting stolen / lost, then I'll be very, very happy. So phone case with a cord. I will leave all of these essentials, getting strapped into it, Amazon essentials linked down below, and I'll also leave linked my selection of posy glasses that I have at home. I bought a box of maybe 20 posy vases from Amazon actually for our wedding, and they're just really, really helpful. If you finish a proper bouquet and you want to spread everything out, make the most of it, make it last a bit longer, or if you want to bring in things from your garden, make little displays like this, all you need are a couple of little posy vases, so that's very, very helpful. So I'll leave all my Amazon bits linked down below. And then, you really do get such a random bunch of things. I thought I was buying one medical wrap, but I've actually ended up buying 3, 6, 9, 12. So we've got all different colours of medical wrap here for my foot, which is not very glamorous, but one of the girls that I was Pilates-ing next to, she had also broken her metatarsal, and she said you need to rest it, you need to elevate it, you need to ice it, and you need to wrap it. I've not done any of those things, so this is the wrap that she recommended, so I got a few of those. The randomness continues. The next piece from my Amazon order is this belt. Now, I have got something very similar to this already, but the one that I currently have does not have white contrast stitching. I'll leave the exact price that I paid for this on the screen here, because sometimes they're around a £5, sometimes they're like £12. I would pay far more for a belt that looks like this. They're actually adjustable. You can just extend or pull them in to make it either a waist belt or to go around your hips, whatever size you want. And let's just say Hermes Kelly belt. I'll pop a photo of the Hermes Kelly belt on the screen here, and let's play spot the difference. That's all I'm gonna say. And then lastly, this is very much an M-inspired purchase, because I was so proud of my little phone selfie stick, but it does tend to topple over the one that I bought on TikTok shop, and Em had this one with her at the ballet evening, and it's just so much more substantial. So I thought I would treat myself to a substantial one. So it's a lot bigger. It's not going to fit in my little handbags like my TikTok one is, but when the need calls for a proper selfie stick, that's a sentence I never thought I would say, but there we go. This one is just, yeah, it's a whole lot more substantial. Wow, she says, and I'm about to break it. Ooh, okay. See, now that doesn't feel like it's going to blow over like my existing one. That's, yeah, that's good. That's far more substantial. I feel like I need to do some kind of Girls Aloud, Sound of the Underground, disco dancing, you know the routine, the dance video. Yeah, it's giving microphone vibes, but that's pretty good, and I feel like it gets even taller, but I won't need it to be any taller than that. There we go, that's actually pretty nifty. Okay. Tripod selfie stick, very, very handy. So there we go, those are my super random Amazon purchases for the day. Now I am going to mandolin slice up the beetroot that I plucked from the garden yesterday, and I'm gonna air fry it. Let's give it a go. Here we go, homegrown beetroots. Oh, this is exciting. Okay, that one's not the hugest. That'll be about 4 crisps. Got another one here, this one's slightly better size. Oh, it's exciting. I'm going to sow some more beetroot seeds as well because we've still got plenty of time. Got a slightly bigger one over here. Yay! I've got loads over here, but these ones are still quite small, so I think I will give these a little bit longer. You can actually eat the leaves just like you would spinach. How's this row doing? These are yellow. Yeah, these are much smaller. They've still got plenty of time to come. Okay, we'll leave you growing. Seeing as we're making crisps in the air fryer, I'm going to take some red Russian cabbage. Oh, kale. My brain is not working this morning. Yummy. Okay, I've returned to the kitchen, and to my surprise, my beetroots are actually radishes. I thought they were small beetroot. It turns out they are large radishes, but that's okay. We can still make radish crisps. As I mentioned, petrified of this contraption, so I'm putting on a chainmail glove pretty much that you cannot slice through, and we're going to do this exceptionally carefully. Right, I'm going to start with the big one. I'm probably only going to do one of these actually. Nothing has happened. Other way. Ah, wowza! That is thin. Holy moly! That is like air. That is so thin. Okay, we're gonna pop them in the bowl, and then we will do some seasoning. Okay, wish me luck. We have had great success. Look at these tiny little slithers of radish that I've got. Amazing. I didn't want to do the last bit because I'm just too afraid of getting too close to the massive blade. This is useless. I don't know why that would be useful. I will just crunch on this. So in my bowl, I'm going to add some olive oil. Lovely. I'm eating so much more spice now that we've got the air fryer, so let's add in some smoked paprika. Nice. And a pinch of salt. Lovely. And mix it up. We're going to start off with the kale crisps. These will probably take a bit longer and the machine is still heating up. So let's get these in. I would say this will probably be about 10 minutes to do these at 190. And then I should think these will be maybe only 5 minutes because they're so thin. But we've got smoked paprika, salt and olive oil in there. I think they are going to be really scrumptious and perfectly crispy. Okay, so behind our little curtain is my little friend. The Wonder Oven, in she goes. Okay, see you in 10. Well, I've already eaten half of them because they are so yummy, but here are my kale crisps. I just grabbed these at the last minute and decided to throw them in, and they are so delicious. They're so crunchy. Now let's go and check on our radish. They're so delicious. I put on the perfect amount of salt, maybe a little bit too much spice. They're quite spicy. The radish have shriveled up quite a lot. I have already tried one, but my goodness, they are so tasty. They're really crispy. Oh my gosh, they're so Moorish. I'm gonna have to do 500 loads more of these. Oh my gosh, so good. These would be great for children. Maybe a bit less spice. These are not going to last long. Oh my god, they are so good. Good evening, my darlings. Gosh, it is 8 PM. It's quite early for us to be going up to bed, but we've just changed the bed sheets, and there's nothing worse than coming up when you're exhausted and having to change your bed sheets. So having a fairly early night tonight. I don't think neither Charlie nor I slept that well last night. So winding down a little earlier than usual. 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 cleanser. I don't know what is up with the light this evening. It's been a very overcast day, and I'm just going to use this to melt down my makeup. This will melt away any impurities, oil from the skin, leaving my skin perfectly cleansed. And also there's something so symbolic about this fragrance for me. It's just such a relaxing scent. I like to do a little bit of a facial massage. So don't forget, this is part of my Cotswolds Skin Summer bundle, which I will leave linked down below, along with the foaming cleanser, your facial oil, the renewal oil, and the SPF. So many gorgeous pieces at a really wonderful saving. So I hope lots of you will check that out. And as I said, with regards to the events, we will hope to have a new date for the next one very, very soon. So I'll be sharing that on my newsletter as the first place, so make sure you're signed up to that, because this last one sold out in about 20 minutes. And yeah, if you're on the newsletter, you'll be the first to know when that gets announced. Let's start to take this off. Okay, showered, skin cleansed, and ready for bed. These are the Olivia von Hals that I got in the Net-a-Porter sale. I'm going to pop on the lovely renewal oil. I don't do this every evening on its own. Sometimes I will do some active skincare first, but today my skin just needs some love. This is super hydrating, nourishing, leaves the skin with a gorgeous glow. So I'm just going to layer that on. You can definitely use this for, what was that TikTok trend when it was all about layering, getting the glazed donut. This is a fantastic layer. You can do moisturizer before or after. I like to use oil as the last step to kind of seal everything in, but tonight it's all my skin needs for some lovely nourishment. I like to massage it around the eyes, up the cheeks, and then whatever's left, it's lovely to pop on your nails. Anyway, I'm gonna get into bed now and bid you good night. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Good night.